Hi Virgo, welcome to your April 2023 tarot reading. I am Kate Smith-Kors. I'm a Reiki Master and a Tarot Intuitive, and these messages are for the collective, so keep that in mind as you're watching this video. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But if you are watching this video and you're thinking, wow, this is absolutely resonating, and you'd like a personal reading, you can schedule on crystallizewithkate.com. So starting off the bat, we have this Sun and Stars card as the overall energy. Now, I did ask for one card, but two popped out, so I will talk about this one as well. The first one I want to talk about, though, is this. And I see the cat looking through this telescope. I feel like some of you are focused on a goal. I feel like some of you really have a goal in mind, and you're really focused on it. I also want to point out that I think some of you are using something to distract yourself from something else. It's almost like, hey, I'm gonna watch Netflix, or I'm gonna watch TV, or read this book instead of dealing with my reality. Like, oh, isn't that star looking really cool, as there's like a lot of other stuff going on in the background. I don't know. That's just the vibe that I got, is that some of you are using other things as more of a distraction, where you're like, oh, I'm doing this because I enjoy it, because it's self-care. But like, are you... I don't know. I almost feel like some of you are neglecting something. So I just felt like I should point that out as well. I think that some of you are really going to start to feel empowered. The red in her sleeves and on her dress, on this telescope stand, is the red is really standing out. And that is empowerment, right? When I think of red, I think of this fiery, passionate energy and just feeling more empowered. So yeah, I think that some of you are setting your sights on a goal, and you're not going to be afraid to take action towards it, right? I also feel like some of you, okay, maybe your throat chakras are acting up. So some of you might need to have an important conversation. You might need to be... I don't know, I almost feel like some of you might be traveling or taken away from the area that you're currently in. And some of it might be because you have your sights set on something else. You might be taken to a place or an area, or do this thing that's out of your realm of what's normal. Because when you think about like the sun, you don't see the stars out during the daytime when the sun is out. But if you think of outer space, the sun and the stars coexist, right? But on this earth, it's almost like you either see this one side of the sky, or you see this other side. But in reality, it all coexists. It's all working together. And I feel like that's how your life, you're going to start seeing your life as, oh, I was thinking of these moments or these opportunities as individual things happening, when really they're all cohesive. They're all part of this bigger existence, this bigger plan for me. So I feel like you have your sights set higher. You realize that there's a bigger purpose, a bigger intention, that if there's been opportunities happening for you lately, it's all because they're linked together with whatever this divine purpose that you have is. So that's a beautiful message that just got channeled there. And then this says, make a move. All right, just like I said, some of you are going to be traveling. Some of you are going to be moving. And it might not be in the month of April, but you might be really starting to consider it, starting to plan it. Making a move, maybe you're deciding to start a new job, and maybe you've been interested in somebody. There's two people in this, so maybe you're interested in somebody and you're making a move to maybe pursue a relationship with them. Maybe some of you are moving closer to somebody, or maybe your relationship is growing stronger. You're making a move towards strengthening a relationship. See how they're facing away from each other. Some of you will also, through making some type of move, you might end up shifting apart from somebody or something. That's just part of us pursuing our passions and our dreams and our goals. Both of these women on these cards are looked this way. So this could be saying that some of you have a partner that's either going to have to be left behind, maybe even temporarily, or maybe your partner's goals are this way and your goals are that way, and you just, you need to make a move. You need to... So first of all, I want to say, if you don't like swearing, I am not the reader for you, because I do have a potty mouth. So sorry in advance, but also not sorry because I'm just being true and authentic to who I am. What I'm hearing my guides say is, for some of you, it's time to shit or get off the pot. So take that as it resonates for you. If there's been something that you've been delaying on, it's time to make a move. Also, this plant is standing out, and I only know the common name for it, and I don't know that it's the most appropriate thing to be saying. So I'm gonna look up what this plant is reminding me of. I don't think that that's exactly what they were trying to depict, but it's reminding me of a plant, and I'll put it in the comments, the actual name of it, but I'm not gonna say the common name right now because I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable saying it. But so let's dive into, because anyway, the reason that I pointed out is because there might be an important message. What does that plant represent spiritually? So I'll look that up and I'll put that in the comments. So be looking out for that if that plant is standing out for you as well. So for the tarot cards, we have the Six of Pentacles. There's a give and take here. There's a balance that's happening. Things are becoming more balanced, more in alignment, because I feel like they felt a little bit out of balance for you. And now you're starting to shift. You're starting to make decisions that are not only what you think you should do, because it's what other people's expectations are, but you're doing things because it's what you want to do on a personal level, and you're not worried about what other people are going to think of you because you've made this choice. And I don't normally see that with the Six of Pentacles, but I'm seeing it right now. So there's something about a give and take here. I also think that some of you are very generous with your money. Almost too generous. So consider if there's somebody that you've been freely giving money to, or maybe somebody that just expects something from you now because you were so free to give it. And that doesn't even need to be with money. It could be with your love. You could just be openly giving your love to somebody, and maybe they're not reciprocating. So think about if you're in a relationship. I mean, these people are facing away from each other. So I think that some of you are in a relationship or a close friendship with somebody, and you're just not, it's not cohesive. It's not two people who love and care about each other. It's two people just coexisting. I don't know. All right, and yeah, Three of Cups came out. So make sure that your friendships, relationships, they could be coming more into balance, is what I'm hearing, is that you need to express when you're feeling this overwhelm or this anxiety. I'm not feeling this is so sad, but I'm hearing some of you say, I just don't feel loved by this person. I'm in a friendship with them. I'm in a relationship with them. Maybe they're my child, my daughter, my son, or my mother, whoever it is. Maybe it's a family member. I'm just I feel like I love this person so much, but they just aren't reciprocating. Or maybe they are thinking that about you too. They could be trying to give you a lot of love, but you're just not in a place where you're mentally, emotionally able to receive. Or ready to give either. But there's a little bit of overwhelm. There's a little bit of that Nine of Swords in the middle there is giving me the vibes of, what did I do? What was I thinking when I did this thing? So I feel like there's a little bit of regret or guilt or shame or something like that in there. Yeah. Three of Swords. I feel like some of you are really suffering from a broken heart, or you're afraid, if I don't keep investing in this thing, in this job, or in this relationship, then it's all going to be for nothing. Or, maybe I'll be brokenhearted if I decide to make a move on my dream job, or if I decide to make a move away from this person, this place, this thing, and what if it doesn't work out? I feel like there's a lot of overthinking here, and fear of heartbreak, and fear of rejection. Because I feel like you've had a bit of that in your life, and you're like, I just can't take it anymore. And I feel like that's holding some of you back. So we're not for everybody, and not everything is for us. So keep that in mind as you're going about your life, going about your month of April, as you're making decisions. And I think that forgiveness, this message with the Three of Swords, forgiveness is huge too. So is there a relationship that you need to be forgiving yourself or forgiving somebody else? And making a move, I see some of you moving on. You're choosing to forgive because you just don't feel like dealing with that burden anymore. Right? You don't feel like dealing with, I don't know. It's almost like by forgiving this person, you're releasing them from your life. So now I'm going to pull from the Rebel deck. Again, very honest. It does swear, so if swearing is not for you, then this is probably not the video for you. Okay. Stop obsessing. Definitely Nine of Swords energy. Obsessing. Head in the hands. Overthinking. Overanalyzing. Stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. Wow. This deck is so rude. I love it, but it is rude sometimes. So, yeah. There's more going on than meets the eye as part of what I'm hearing. And in this card here that's covered up, where I was getting that message of like the sun and the stars exist together in outer space, and sometimes it's hard for us to recognize that these little happenings in our life, these little opportunities, these little things that happen are all part of like this bigger cohesive plan that maybe sometimes we can't quite see. So stop obsessing over these little things that are happening. You know, you're not the center of the universe. I just think that there's a little bit of obsessing over somebody or a situation. What should I do? I want to make sure that I'm making the right choice. But I also think that there's a sense of like, how am I going to look to other people? Or how is this going to look for me? And what if I'm making the wrong choice? I feel like there's a little bit of like a perfectionist in there as well. And then it says, fuck fear. It will lie to your face. Absolutely. So fear is holding some of you back. Absolutely. Fear is holding some of you back from making an important decision that you feel is for your best and highest good. But I don't know, there's a fear in there. What if my instincts are wrong? And then we also have, you are going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. All right. Yeah. The Nine of Swords is also a card of like nightmares and losing sleep. And when this says, gather your tired ass up, yeah, some of you might be like losing sleep. You might have insomnia. So some of you might be going through something like that. Oh, there was also, oh yeah, never mind. Side note. I'll come back to that note that I just had in my head. Okay, so yeah, you guys are going through some stuff, whether it be like actually stuff that has manifested in your life and you're actually going through it, or it could just be like mental, emotional stuff that you're going through at this time. This is your turn. This is your turn in the karmic wheel of life. There's the up cycle and the down cycle, and some of you are in that down cycle. And so you know what? I'm also hearing from my guides that the saying, hike up your skirt, Sally, like time to get your shit together. And I also am hearing, like I'm literally seeing a woman from like I don't even know what era it would have been, but she's wearing a dress and she has this like suitcase, like briefcase suitcase. And she's like lifting up her dress, not too much, but like she's gathering herself and she's lifting up her suitcase and she's like walking on with determination and motivation. And yeah, you're going through some shit, but I think that you're going to be able to easily get yourself up and you're like, you know what? This didn't work out and I'm ready to move in this new direction. Like, I took this as a lesson learned and now I know what I don't want. And now you can head towards what you do want. So I think that this is all going to really be working out for you. So the next card that I want to talk about, this is from the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle, which I absolutely love. They have a shiny red side. You can't really see it super well in this, but this card is called Hades. It's the number 7, and it says the underworld. So when I first see this card and I hear Hades, first of all, I thought of Hades Town. This is the side note that was going on in my head. I'm like, you know what? I bet some of you Virgos out there like musicals, or you like maybe like plays or Broadway or some theater or something like that. You know, that might be fun for you. You know, so if you have the opportunity to go see a play or go to a community theater or something like that, I think definitely take hold of that opportunity. Hades Town definitely came to mind. So the underworld, I think that there's stuff going on beneath the surface for you. I think a lot of what's going on in the month of April is emotional. All right. So it's like sorting out this underworld, the depths of your emotions. And so there's categories with each of these cards. It's either a deep, dark, or dangerous. This one's deep. So yeah, it's definitely the emotional aspects here that are important. There's a duality aspect with each of these cards. So the duality here is death versus life. And this is not like actual death or actual life. This is like the end of something. Death is an ending. And within every ending, there's always a new beginning. So there might be something in your life, whether it be a relationship, a job, a health thing. I'm not sure what it is for you, but you know, there could be something going on in your life that it's just time for it to end. You know, just rip the Band-Aid off. And then the other duality aspect with this card is knowing versus unknowing. And I think that it really bothers some of you not knowing what is in the book of your life. Like, we can't just open up the book of our life and be like, oh, this is exactly what I'm supposed to do next. We've got to figure that out. You know, that's part of the life, is the figuring it out. But I'm hearing that some of you are obsessing with not knowing exactly the right move to make next. So this card says, everything has a cycle and a time span. Death is a natural part of life. Plan a legacy. What matters most? Knowing this helps you live a better life. Move through change. What ideas have passed their use-by date and can be left behind? All right, so definitely there's some type of important ending for some of you. I'm going to pull one last set of cards here. Any potential challenge. I think that we've talked a lot about challenges, but I did this for all the other people. King of Cups is very emotionally in tune. This is in reverse. I feel like some of you are going to have a hard time processing your emotions and opening up about them. Like, I feel like there's somebody in your life that could be your King of Cups. It doesn't have to be a male. It could definitely be a female, and it could be a water sign. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that it's okay to open up to them, but you're choosing not to because you don't want to overburden them. Trust me, you're not going to. And then the Six of Cups, this came out in reverse. Some of you, there could be somebody from your past resurfacing is what I'm hearing. Somebody from your past resurfacing. But I also feel like they're resurfacing maybe in not the way that you had wanted or hoped for them to. Or, yeah, there's something interesting going on with this person that might be resurfacing from your past. So just take note, like, is this the same old story being repeated? So if maybe it's an ex messaging you, you know, is this a lesson that you haven't learned from the past resurfacing? Just something to think about. And then one last card here. Metamorphosis. Some of you are going through a huge change. The butterflies standing out, flamingos, and the flamingos actually look like has butterfly wings. But yeah, there's a big change, a transformation happening here. And on this card back here, Hades, this is a number 7. And then in numerology, 25 condenses down to the number 7. So definitely look into the energy of the number 7. You could be seeing a lot of 7s in this month of April. So this card for Metamorphosis says, you are in the process of deep and beautiful change. Butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, for it is never without losses and sacrifices. If you are to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die, right? So that's what we were talking about is there's something in your life that's ready to end. There's a death coming, a metaphorical death. Letting go isn't easy, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin or a caterpillar dies so that a butterfly can be born, you're required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that is draining, or unhealthy habits. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved, but you'll love what you became. All right. I love it. I love it. You've got a lot of good things going on that are coming in for you, but you just got to get through this gunk. You've just got to get through this difficult time that's happening for you right now. I did go way over my intended time with you guys. I'm showing you so much love and support. I think that you really need it at this time. If you're looking for a personal reading, you can go ahead and schedule on crystallizewithkate.com. But I will see you guys in another video. I hope you have a beautiful month of April.